Who actually voted to shut the government down.
Actually, you know that's not true.
It's sad. You voted to shut the government down.
Do Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the President?
Right, and you're smart enough to know that you need 60 votes in the Senate, right?
Is that right? No.
Do you need 60 votes in the Senate or no?
60 votes needed to pass your one big ugly bill?
Reconciliation, which you did with the IRA, and boy, that really reduced inflation.
Are you
did a
trying to
great job
elevate
there.
yourself? Because
Hello and welcome back, and thanks for choosing to hang out with your host, the Conservative Bird, and me, Double D, and you're on the Brick Road Podcast.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We really appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with us. Before we get into everything, please make sure to hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe, and smash the notification. It's literally the free and easy way to help this channel grow as big as possible.
Absolutely.
So today, Double D, we got a few things we're going to talk about. Breaking news, by the way, Trump and now obviously we don't know what's going to happen for sure yet, but there so far has been peace talk going on between Israel and Hamas. So we're going to see where that goes. We'll check that out in a little bit. But first, we're going to start out with Democrats just don't seem to understand that they're the reason that the government got shut down. And it's like we always have to tell them and show them, but it's just pointless at this point. It's pointless to do anymore because they're going to never accept it. Regardless, when Trump was president, government shut down, Trump's fault. Right now, Trump's president, government shut down, Trump's fault, but really it's the Democrats' fault.
Oh, they absolutely know that it's their fault.
They know.
Don't make no mistake. They know exactly what they're doing. They're just deflecting. They're doing what they do best. They tell a lie. They tell it long enough, and they hope to win the hearts and minds of the people by doing it.
Yep.
And that's really all this is. Like it takes 60 votes in the Senate. It takes 60.
Right.
And unfortunately, a few of those, a few of those Democrats were unwilling to make those 60 votes happen, so they shut the government down.
Yep.
They can blame the Republicans all they want. They can, and the thing about it though, is I think 90% of America. I'm not sure that 90% of America even really cares that the government shut down.
No, for real. I don't. I could care less.
Let me ask you this, Bird. How have you been directly affected by the government shutdown?
Not one bit.
Me either. I haven't been affected by it one damn bit. So, if a bunch of federal employees aren't getting their paychecks because the ones who are still getting their checks in Washington, D.C. can't play nice and they all can't hang out in the sandbox and be nice to each other, well, not my problem.
Nope, not our problem.
Not my problem.
So here we have Mike Lawler and Hakeem Jeffries, and they get into a nice little, argument going on right here, right in the middle of the Senate floor.
Before you start that, I want to tell you, I think Lawler, this kid is upcoming, Bird. Wait till you see what I'm talking about. This kid, he's something. He's something. He's going to be part of the future of the Republican Party.
Nice.
He owns them. I love this, dude.
All right, let's check this
Let
out.
that clip roll, Bird.
Yes,
Let
sir.
it roll.
We got a 1-year extension. Why don't we sign on right now?
Let me ask you a question. Did you
Why don't we
get
sign on right
permission
now?
from your boss?
Why don't we sign on right now?
Did your boss, Donald Trump?
You can easily extend
Did
the
your
ACA
did your
right
boss,
now.
Donald Trump,
He's
give
not
you
my
permission?
boss.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. And by the way,
So let me ask you a
why
question.
did you vote to
Let me
shut
ask
the
you a
government
question.
down?
You
Why
know
did you vote to shut
Let
the
me ask you a
government
question.
down? For years, you always
You're
lectured about
making-
how we need to
you're
keep the
making
government
You're
open.
making a show of this to
No,
make
it's
yourself
sad.
relevant.
It's sad. You could easily sign on.
You're embarrassing
You
yourself
could
right
sign
now.
on to this. The only
You're
embarrassment
chasing-
here is
No, he's embarrassing you,
sign
Hakeem.
on to the bill.
Let me ask you a question.
You have 4 Democrats on here.
Let me
Why
ask you a
won't you
question.
sign
Let
on
me ask
to
you a
it?
question.
It's a clean
Let me
extension
ask you a
for 1
question.
year.
You voted for the one big
Clean
ugly bill,
extension.
correct?
I voted for a
The
tax cut
largest-
bill that gave the
the
largest
largest
tax
tax-
cut
The
to
largest-
Americans in history.
Yep.
including,
Exactly.
by the way, The average news.
I love how he does that, Bert. I
Right.
love how he explains it. He didn't just say yes. He said, I voted for the largest tax break or tax cut for Americans in the history of the
Right.
U.S.
Which is what
I love that, dude.
which is exactly what the big beautiful bill was.
Yeah, it was. And this, he's impressive, Bert.
I like it.
This kid is an upcomer, man, for sure.
For getting a $4,000 tax cut. Are you against that?
You're embarrassing
Do you want
yourself right
to
now.
cut the
How?
standard deduction in
The
half? Is that
largest
what you
cut
wanted
to
do?
Medicaid in
No, we
American
rooted out
history. You voted for
waste,
that.
fraud, and abuse, by the
You
way.
voted
Tom DiNapoli, the
for a
Democratic
permanent-
controller of New
Let me
York,
ask you a question.
pointed out that $1.2 billion
If you're
were
gonna-
wasted.
Listen, you're not going
Wasted.
to talk. You're not going to talk to
Wasted
me. You're not
on
going to talk to me.
fraud.
I mean, it's just like, bro, it's like, boom, right there, 1.2 million Democratic person from New York literally is the one that told him this. Well, what else does these people need to hear? I don't get it, bro. What else do they need to hear?
Dude, I don't know. You know, Hakeem doesn't know what to say. Do you notice that?
Yeah, that's
Dude,
why he's
all-
deflecting.
He's not doing a very good job at it. He looks like a complete moron right now. He just looks totally. This kid did his homework before he showed up, and Hakeem, he got blindsided. He didn't see it coming.
Nope.
And talk
And
over
non-New
me
York residents
because you don't
getting
want to
paid.
hear what I have to say.
Oh, I'm listening.
So why
Go
don't you
ahead.
just keep your mouth shut?
Oh,
because you
is
showed
that-
up.
is that
So it was our
You
insult.
showed up,
Yeah.
and so you voted for this one
I
big
signed
ugly
on
bill,
for this. You can extend it right
a
now.
permanent extension of massive tax breaks for your billionaire donors.
So 90% of
So they can
Americans.
get a permanent extension.
90% of
but
Americans
working
take the
class
standard
Americans
deduction.
can't? Is that right?
90% of Americans take the standard deduction,
Is that
right?
right?
If you had your way, the standard deduction would have been cut in half. That
No
would have been a
one-
massive tax increase
no one-
on Americans all across the country.
You're
You support
here,
that?
unfortunately.
You're against
to do
lifting the cap on
bidding
salt?
Of your billionaire donors.
The
That's
billionaire
unfortunate.
donors lifting the
That's
cap on
correct.
salt. We put a income cap in place.
Why are you here right now?
An income
Where
cap.
the
Look, you see how he just like switched it over, right? You see how he lost the
Yeah.
argument? He said, why are you even here right now? Well, to make you
Yeah.
look like an idiot, Hakeem Jeffries, obviously, that's what he's there for, to make you look retarded.
Actually, I think he's there to get him to join on and sign on to the 1-year extension. That's all he's trying to get him to do. They can sort everything out. Sign on to the 1-year extension. It would be a good move for the Democrats to do that right now. Under the current circumstance, they're just making themselves look a lot worse than they need to look. And they look bad as it is. So Lawler's right on it, man. He's like, just sign this legislation for the 1 year. We'll extend what we currently have, and we'll sort it out along the way. Hakeem, he doesn't want to do that. He wants the government to be shut down. He thinks that this is going to work to their favor like it did during the Obama era.
Well, it's just one of them situations where, you know, it's whatever Trump wants to do, they want to do the opposite, and that's all it is.
Well,
Pretty
maybe
much.
you want all Republicans to be here? I'm here.
Where are the rest of your Republican
You wanted
colleagues?
Republicans to be here. I'm here.
Why are you
And
here?
by the way, you can pass an ACA extension right now. Sign on to this
Right
bill.
now.
Is your boss
Sign
Donald
on
Trump?
to the bill.
Is your boss Donald Trump behind it?
HR 5145. Why don't you get on it?
Mike, is your boss Donald Trump behind it?
Why don't you get on it?
Because you don't work for the American people.
Oh, I do. I work
don't
for,
work for the
the
people
people
of
of New
the
York.
Southern
I work for the
District.
people of my district.
Is that why you? Is that
I'm
why
here.
You got 140.
And by the way, I voted for a clean CR to keep the government open
Mike,
and funded.
you're-
You voted to shut it
You're
down.
embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, leader, with all due respect,
No, he's
you're the
embarrassing
one-
you out here.
How is he possibly embarrassing himself when he's giving you
He's not.
the truth?
Hakeem is projecting. The real embarrassment is on him because he didn't do his homework, and he invited the Republicans. Didn't think any of them would show up. Mike Lawler did his homework. Is like, you know what? I'm taking it to the beast myself. Now he's in the belly of the beast, and the beast is ready to spit it out.
Why are you
Who
playing
actually
yourself
voted
with
to
these
shut the
theatrics?
government down.
Actually, you
It's
know that's not
sad.
true.
It's sad. You voted to shut the government down.
Do Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the President?
Right, and
correct?
you're smart enough to know
Is
that you
right?
need 60 votes in the Senate,
Is
right?
that right? No.
Do you need 60 votes in the
Were
Senate or
60
no?
votes needed to pass your one big ugly bill?
Reconciliation, which you
Was
did with the IRA,
was 60
boy, that really reduced inflation.
Are you
You did a
trying to
great job
elevate
there.
yourself because you're afraid
I'm not
you're
trying to
about
elevate
lose?
myself. I'm not going to lose
Let me
re-election.
ask you
You
a
spent $42 million last cycle. You didn't do that great.
Why aren't you running for governor right now?
Because I actually enjoy this job, and I'm here to do it. And by the way, you could actually pass a subsidy right now to ensure that people don't have health care premiums going up. Why won't you support this one-year bill?
Let me ask you a question.
So
I love this kid, man.
this guy has the audacity to call somebody a lackey when he's a lackey for the Democratic Party.
This dude did his homework.
Yeah.
He's the lackey is obvious who the lackey is. That's obvious. I don't think our audience even has to think. You know what, audience? What do you think? Is the lackey Lawler or is the lackey Hakeem? I think we all know the answer to that.
Swazi's on it.
I agree.
Jared Golden.
Let me ask you a question.
Marie Blusenkamp-Perez. Are they wrong? John Davis?
Your other boss,
Are they wrong?
Your other boss, Mike Johnson. I challenged him to a debate
Yeah.
on the floor. Did he send you?
No, I'm here on
his
my
behalf
behalf
to
of my
keep the president
constituents
is
because
that
you
right?
shut the government down. And my constituents are suffering as a result of your ridiculous ploy because you're so afraid of Zohran Mandami. By the way, when are you endorsing him?
By the way,
do you endorse him? Are you going to endorse him for your
You're a complete and total embarrassment right now.
Oh, why is that? Because you don't want to answer the question?
Is this supposed to be a video for your failed
You don't want
election?
to. You don't want to answer the question. Do you support Zoran? By the way, did you see his statement yesterday?
Listen.
An embarrassment on October 7th, blaming the Jews. You support that? Should he be the Democratic nominee for mayor?
First of all, I don't answer to you.
Should he be the Democratic mayor? Should he be the Democratic nominee for mayor?
Whatever questions I need to answer about the mayor.
You see the deflection? You see how he doesn't want to answer it? Because he doesn't really want to support Zoran, but he's scared of him. You can tell he's scared of him. We smell it. You smell that? Hold on, Double D. You smell that?
Smells like bullshit to me.
I don't know. I kind of smell pussy a little bit.
Oh yeah, it does smell a little bit like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's close. They're close to each other, so. But yeah, I smell. I think he's scared of Zoran. To be fair,
I think he's afraid of Zoran. He's afraid of Lawler. He's afraid of Trump. He's afraid of his own shadow. And if I was Hakeem Jeffries, I would be afraid too. Every time he opens up his mouth, he takes another vote from him away. He really does. I mean, dude, he couldn't get any farther from his own. Mike Lawler lives in this guy's district. You know what I'm saying?
That's even better.
You know what I mean? He's representing dude, he graduated from Manhattan University. Think about that. It's basically a community college, bro.
Right.
And no offense to Manhattan University. Please don't take that the wrong way. We just know that when it comes to level of cost, it's not a Columbia and it's not an NYU.
No, it's like our Tri-C.
But I'll tell you what, he got a better education than Hakeem.
That's for sure.
Do you think his statement yesterday was okay?
First of all,
that's sad.
First of all,
it's unfortunate.
Don't come with this phony.
These are bills.
No.
These are bills. They're not. They're real bills.
That Republicans are even.
There's 11 Republicans on it. There's 4 Democrats. It's a bipartisan bill to extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies. If you believe in it so much,
math?
why won't you sign on to it?
Do you understand math?
You could get your whole conference to sign on today. Your whole conference could sign on to this.
There are 220 Republicans in the House right now.
You have 215 Democrats. You have 215 Democrats. Well, how many votes does it take in the House? 218.
Are you mathematically challenged?
No, I think you are. You have 215 Democrats. You could all sign on to this today with 11 Republicans.
Yeah.
Right?
I've indulged you. I've given you your.
You haven't answered any of the questions.
You're a complete and total embarrassment.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing yourself in your district right now, and you're going down to defeat.
Not really.
If you ask me, the one who's embarrassing is Joaquin Jeffries.
Yeah, Juan Kim, you looked a little had there, buddy. That dude had your card. He pulled it, and he left you there stranded.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, he was like that. He was stranded at the drive-in, bro. He was stranded at the drive-in.
We all know it's the Democrats' fault that the government shut down. Everybody knows it, whether they want to admit it or not. Yeah. Who cares anymore? Who cares?
Even the Democrats know it, dude.
Right.
They know it. They all know it, dude.
1,000%.
So, I gotta ask you, Bird. What do you think of Mike Lawler?
I like him. I think he handles himself very professionally, but still knows how to attack like a pit bull. It's kind of like JD Vance a little bit, I guess. Just the way he can handle himself and still keep it somewhat respectful in a respectful manner. He came with the facts. He owned Joaquin Jeffries to the fact where he just deflected and didn't want to answer anything, which is what they do anyway. So it's common.
Yeah, I mean, we expect that from Joaquin Jeffries. We definitely expect him to try to deflect everything, and we definitely expect him to never outright answer anything. And the reason why is because he's not really literate. I mean, he's just an illiterate. He's another example of failing upward. The Democrats are notorious for that. They really have a way of taking the dumbest people, and dude, it's true. They put them on a pedestal. They really put stupidity on a pedestal. Yeah. Well, this is what happens. You got this kid who's in his first or going on his second term in Congress in the House of Representatives. Dude, he ripped him a new one, bro.
It was great.
He chewed him up and spit him right back out. And there was Joaquin. He didn't even know it was coming, bro.
It was great.
He didn't even know it was coming.
It was great.
It was awesome.
So
that was savage.
On to our next news. Finally, we are getting a peace deal from Hamas and Israel. Now, if it all goes to his plan, I believe within the next few days, Trump's going to be heading to Egypt, or is he? They're in Egypt right now. They're going to be heading somewhere else in the next few days. But they let us know a little bit about this. Now, it's still wait and see attitude about it. We have to wait and see if it happens, and let's hope it happens, because this would be great for the world, basically.
I mean, they're going to at least let the hostages go, right?
Right.
No matter what. I think that's a condition no matter what.
Exactly.
I believe that, again.
Wait and see. Wait and see.
Yeah, we got to wait and see. Yeah.
US President Donald Trump has once again voiced optimism that there is a real chance to end the war in Gaza. Indirect negotiations between Israel and Hamas negotiators are being held in the Egyptian resort town of Sharm el-Sheikh, based on a 20-point peace plan proposed by Trump to end the war. Now, Trump told reporters at the Oval Office that the US would do everything possible to make sure everyone adheres to this deal if Hamas and Israel do agree on a ceasefire.
That is some beautiful countryside.
I think there's a possibility that we could have peace in the Middle East. It's something even beyond the Gaza situation. We want a release of the hostages immediately, etc. And so our team is over there now. Another team just left, and other countries, literally every country in the world has supported the plan.
That's awesome.
I mean, I like it. This is what's needed to be done. Because this war is just going to keep going on and on and on and on if it doesn't stop. It's just going to keep going.
Well, and then it's going to spread too at some point. I mean, hopefully this will. This would be such a great you remember what I'm always talking about? Ronald Reagan says if you can get 3 successes out of your presidency, you did well.
Yeah.
And I believe that this would be one of his most important successes.
Definitely, to get this peace deal done. This one and then the Ukraine and Russia thing, to get that done.
Yeah.
That'd be.
Dude, if he does that, he'll get 2 Nobel Peace Prizes.
Oh, without a doubt.
He'll get nominated 2 years in a row. I guarantee it.
Without a doubt.
I mean.
During indirect talks with Israel, Hamas top negotiator Khalil al-Hayya said that his group wants guarantees from Trump and the sponsor countries that the war will end once and for all. He said that Hamas does not trust the occupation, not even for a second, referring to Israel. Meanwhile, Egyptian state-linked media Al-Qahira News reported that talks have begun on the lists of Palestinian prisoners to be freed by Israel in exchange of the hostages under a potential ceasefire deal.
That would be a good thing on both sides.
Leading member of the Palestinian Fatah Party, who is imprisoned since the year 2002, is among the several high-profile detainees whose release is being sought by Hamas. Other names include Ahmad Sadat, Hassan Salameh, and Abbas Al-Sayed. Meanwhile, Qatar's foreign ministry said that Prime Minister Abdul Rahman Al-Thani will attend the ongoing peace talks on Wednesday. In a post on social media, the ministry said Al-Thani's participation in the meeting comes at a critical stage of the talks, reaffirming the determination of the mediators to reach an agreement that would bring an end to the catastrophic war in the Gaza Strip.
This is what needs to be done. This is crazy.
I think the right. I was going to say, yeah, they're, dude. This would be historical. This would be history in the making. I really, really hope it works out, man. I mean, first of all, I feel for both sides in this situation.
Yeah.
And do you think a two-state solution comes out of this? Because I noticed they haven't mentioned that yet.
I don't know. I mean,
I did notice that. Now, and I agree with the guy from the leader of Hamas. It's a little hard to trust without verification.
Right.
Again, Ronald Reagan even said, "Trust but verify."
Yeah, for sure. So I just think
he wants guarantees from Trump, and Trump probably wants guarantees from both Israel and Gaza. So and Hamas, because I mean, obviously, if this ending up in a two-state solution, we're going to have to accept that Hamas is probably going to be a political force in the world forum, in the political world forum. So that might be I mean, again, they don't trust Israel. I'm sure it's the other way around too. I'm sure Israel don't trust them very much either.
I mean, God says trust no man. So
I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you think that? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with this.
I mean, we've done a couple episodes on this already.
It's just like
we've been let down every time. So.
It's so hard to see where this can go. Like I said, I'm having a wait and see attitude about this. I'm hoping everything good comes from it, but all we can do is wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, I do. You know what? Third's a charm, right?
Yeah.
This is like the third time that they've got the talks forward. I mean, obviously, it's fallen through every other time. So
just
let's see how it goes. You're right. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, like for real. I mean, in all honesty, because at the end of the day, there's nothing we can do about it. We're here. We're not there. We do our thing, and that's all we can really attribute to. So I can't spend my whole life worrying about what's going on in Hamas or Israel or Palestine or Ukraine or Russia or Saudi Arabia or Greenland or just anywhere. I can't. I'm worried about. We all we can do is worry about ourselves and do what's right by ourselves, and that's it.
Do what's right by America,
right?
America first,
and that's all we can do. And that's. I wish that's the approach that all of our presidents would take. That we can only do what's good for our country, and that's it. Anything else is, and I understand we have allies. I understand we have people that we have to help, but it's like you have to learn to draw a line at some point.
Well, I guess we're gonna wait and see what happens here. I mean, honestly, I think if it doesn't work this time,
who knows what's going to come of it? Who really knows what's going to come of it?
It might be time to move on from it.
Yeah,
it might be time to move on from it afterwards. I really, really hope that's not the case.
Yeah,
I really hope that we can end up working this out somehow and find the peace in it. Because I think if Israel and Gaza can figure it out, it won't take very long for Ukraine and Russia. My fear is if they don't figure it out and they don't come to a peace agreement, there's probably not going to be one in Russia and Ukraine either.
Right.
And honestly, there's a lot of uneasiness going on our West Coast too.
Yeah.
We actually have stuff brewing out there that is definitely a threat to America. So there's a perfect storm or a perfect solution.
Yeah, and it's like I just look at it like this. We just got to worry about us, and we need to stop worrying about the rest of the world. Let the rest of the world destroy each other if that's what they want to do. You know what I mean? You can't control what everybody does, but
I mean, if it doesn't work out this time, I think we have to walk away.
yeah. So I guess about an hour ago, Trump put out a truth. Let's hear what he said.
Just while you were talking, as mentioned, they were waiting on Truth Social, and here it is. President Donald Trump, I am very proud to announce that Israel and Hamas have both signed off on the first phase of our peace plan. This means that all of the hostages will be released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed-upon line as the first steps toward a strong, durable, and everlasting peace. All parties will be treated fairly. This is a great day for the Arab and Muslim world, Israel and all surrounding nations, and the United States of America. And we thank the mediators from Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey who worked with us to make this historic and unprecedented event happen. Blessed are the peacemakers. Again, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States, out on Truth Social as we were talking there. Ari, put this...
Okay, I have a question for you, Double D. I have a question.
What was it? Sure.
Okay, so let's speak in a theoretically. Okay, theoretically, let's say the peace deal happens. Peace comes between Hamas and Israel. No more war, and it just goes good. Do you still think that people that hate Israel so much, or hate the Jewish people so much, do you think that they will still be completely anti-Jewish?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. Let me ask you this. Look at those same people are anti-white too. Do you see that changing? I don't, and I don't see their anti-Jew. I don't see their anti-Jew sentiment changing either. Now,
just out of curiosity, just wondering.
That doesn't mean you can't have a peace deal, though.
Right,
you know
sure.
what I mean? That doesn't mean you can't have. You can live next to each other and hate each other all you want,
right?
As long as it's peaceful.
You're supposed to honor thy neighbor.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to like your neighbor. You don't have to, but you do gotta. You should still love your neighbor.
Should still love your neighbor.
Yeah, but you don't have to like them.
Not at all. You don't have to like anybody.
Christ tells us to love
everybody,
our enemies, love our neighbor, love our enemies, love our parents, respect authority, and most importantly, love God.
But you don't have to like anybody.
But you don't have to like anybody, right? Exactly. I mean, there is a difference, and if you have two entities who love the idea of peace and being able to practice their religion and their love for God, and if they're willing to do that and sacrifice the fighting for this sense of peace, they don't have to like each other.
Okay.
In historical perspective, knowing all we know about the years and years, decades of turmoil in the Middle East.
Yep.
Well, what's truly remarkable about this is previous breakthroughs existed between Israel and unique nations, Israel and Egypt, Israel and Jordan. Then you had the Abraham Accords expanding it to a wider group of nations, Bahrain, the UAE. But never before have you had an agreement with Hamas, 8 Muslim nations, 7 Arab, 1 nation, Turkey, Muslim nation, Israel, and the United States. That is the breakthrough here. From a humane point of view, it is wonderful and joyous that the hostages will come home. Families can finally, at long last, be reunited. But there are 2 big steps that remain, and those steps are the disarmament of Hamas and Hamas relinquishing control and power.
Yeah.
Those 2 are going to be the trickiest ones yet.
Yeah.
I just don't see that happening.
I don't either, because you already know Hamas is power hungry.
Yeah, not only that, but they want a 2-state solution, and most Western countries in both Europe and the Eastern countries of Europe, they're all in kind of favor of a 2-state solution. I don't understand why that's not being. Just have a 2-state solution. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
They all live in a desert. All right.
Yeah.
They all live in the desert. They got the Mediterranean there. Your resources are limited to it just being the Holy Land. I mean, we're not fighting over diamonds. We're not fighting over gold. They're fighting over 2 pieces of territory that aren't that much bigger than the east side and the west side of Cleveland.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like,
So I mean, that would be like if we were at war with the Eastern Bank of the Cuyahoga.
right,
I mean, enough's enough. I
right.
mean, but I don't hear a two-state solution, so I don't hear a solution.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, I'm just going to have a wait-and-see attitude about this. I'm just hoping for the best out of it, and hope that Trump made the right move and called the right peace deal, and, and it actually goes through this time, like we said. We've been disappointed with this a couple times before. Like in the beginning, they were going to call for peace, and then it just kept going. But who really knows? Who really knows who's at fault? I'd imagine they're both at fault. In my opinion, from what I'm seeing, is both Hamas and Israel are both at fault.
I mean, they're asking Hamas to relinquish all power, and dude, that's not going to happen.
I just don't see it.
They might come to a peaceful solution for right now, but it will not be long lasting.
When Trump's calling that peaceful solution might not be there no more.
Exactly, dude. It might go out with his presidency at the end of it, or not even make it that long.
Yeah.
Or it does. But I think calling for Hamas to relinquish all power and step aside, who's going to represent the Palestinian people then?
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine if that did happen, just thinking about it, I'd imagine they could have like another presidency, another candidate. Get a couple
I was going to
candidates
say,
up there.
maybe are they thinking of a different form of government for Gaza? I mean, is that what the plan is? Because right, I mean, it says Hamas and Israel signed off on the first phase.
Yeah.
So we're only in phase 1. So we haven't gotten to phase 2.
Yeah.
I think phase 2 is going to be a two-state solution or nothing.
You could be right. Well,
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know, dude. Well, I guess we could just wait. Like I said, let's wait and see. Let's hope for the best and expect the worst.
Yeah, unfortunately, with this, honestly, I get more faith that Ukraine and Russia will figure it out first. To be honest,
Yeah, I do too. Honestly,
I have a feeling they're probably going to come to because, dude, they have almost as many dead soldiers on the Russian side as now on the Ukrainian side.
Crazy.
It ain't. They're both becoming very, very weak in the process.
Yeah.
Putin doesn't want to give up his superpower, so
no, he doesn't.
How much longer can he invest his army into a country that ultimately, in the end, by the time they're done with it, there's not going to be anything to want anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy to think, right? It's crazy to think that all these wars still going on around the world.
Yeah, I mean, and that war has been brutal.
Nuts, dude. Nuts.
It's been an infrastructure killer. Like most of the time, you can look at when you looked at Gaza and what they were showing. Those are some pretty beautiful neighborhoods that were still intact.
That's very true.
I don't think you ain't gonna find that in Kyiv.
No, I don't think so. They're probably blowing that shit to smithereens by now.
And on that note, I don't really have much else to say about it except I hope that they figure it out.
Yeah, let's just have a wait and see and hope that they can figure it out. That's what I'm thinking about it, because I don't really have much to say anymore about it, I don't feel like I have a dog in the fight.
No, none of us do, other than Israel being an ally, and the truth be told, we have a very, very, very large Palestinian population in this country now too, and so we have to be able to find a check and balance. So I don't know. Hopefully it works out. I don't think it'll last long if it does without a two-state solution.
Yep. Well,
and that's my final thought on it: two-state solution or bust.
Yep. There you go. Well, on that note, we're going to end it. Really do appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with us. I want to thank God most of all. I want to thank my friends and family. I want to thank Double D, and I want to thank second most importantly, all of you guys for hanging out.
And as always, Bird, thanks for making the show happen every week. Without you, this show doesn't happen. Audience, as always, we're here because you're here. And most importantly, as always, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And with all that, good night, y'all.
All right, everybody, have a good one. Peace.